My story is long, so you cut it off where you want.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Welcome back to the Drinking Horn Meadcast. Meadcast. Where we usually talk about mead, bees, and Norse culture. But today's episode is something quite special. We're not in the mead hall in Flagstaff. We're sitting in a different kind of hall.
A pool hall.
An old pool hall, yes, that has become quite legendary. Angel Delgadillo's barbershop in Seligman, Arizona. For decades, Angel has been called the guardian angel of Route 66. When this town was bypassed by the Interstate, he and a handful of other small businesses refused to let America's Mother Road die. From this very shop, he helped spark a movement that brought Route 66 back to life, turning a forgotten stretch of asphalt into an international symbol of resilience, nostalgia, and community. That story connects deeply with us here at Drinking Horn. Just like Angel fought to save the road, we're fighting to bring back another bit of history, mead, that was nearly forgotten. And just like his barbershop became a gathering place for travelers, our mead hall on Route 66 in Flagstaff is carrying on that same tradition, a place where people come together to share stories, culture, and create new traditions on a historic cross-country road. So today we're here to talk with Angel about his life, his work, and his vision for Route 66 as it heads towards its 100th birthday in 2026. We're honored to sit with him in this historic barbershop and bring his story to you. Angel, thank you for having us here in your shop.
I'm so glad you're here.
I got a question that I got to do right off the bat, because you are the ultimate authority in this. Route 66 or Route 66?
We call it Route 66. I call it Route 66. It's route.
All right.
It's route, but I started calling it route from the very beginning.
Oh, I like it. I like route. I like route better.
And I think if you're saying route, then that's 100% what it is.
Yeah.
You're the authority on that. So let it be heard, everyone out there. No more Route 66. Let's call it Route 66.
Route 66.
Excellent first question.
Thank you.
That was a great first question. So, Angel, you are known internationally. You said you've done over 1,000 interviews. Some have said you've done 4,000 interviews. You're very humble about that. So from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say thank you for taking the time. You moseyed on. I saw you in the road. I saw you on Route 66. That's where I just now met you. And I saw you move off the sidewalk to let a family go by on your way over. And you're still trotting on Route 66 still to this day. And I think that's unbelievable. So thank you for making the time for us.
I'm so happy that you're here.
Cool. So first things first, maybe just kind of run us through a little bit of the story of creating historic Route 66 and your family's place in that. And my first thought is right after you were born, two kind of major events happened. Well, one major event happened when you were very young, and that was the Dust Bowl that occurred. And I know how old were you when kind of that was going on?
I was born April 1927, so I was just very, very young during the Dust Bowl era. But we saw those old Model A's, Model T's, with all the people that could fit in their automobile with a mattress, some with two mattresses, and poor people. We, the children, we would be playing and we would laugh. Here comes another Okie, all broken down, and we thought it was funny, but it was a very tough time in America. The Dust Bowls during the Worldwide Depression.
Yeah, and you then moved into an era of kind of toughness yourself into that depression. How did your family move through the depression? I know there's a big role that your brothers played in that, as well as your father?
My father was a very successful businessman. The building that he built in 1923 still sits there. He opened it up as a pool hall, 3 pool tables. Back then, there were a lot of Mexican people in Seligman, so he started cutting hair on a chair, just on a chair. He taught himself the barber profession, but when they rerouted the highway in front of his business, 1 block south to where it is today, all those businesses closed up, they went broke. So my father tried to feed all 9 of us, 3 older brothers, 3 older sisters, and 2 younger brothers. But jobs were very scarce. So my father and 2 older brothers completely redid the 1924 model G Ford. They found a big old long trailer, and we're going to California. I don't remember this. My brother Joe told me this before he passed away. He says we were all loaded, just waiting to leave, not wanting to leave, just waiting. And here comes Hank Becker. He worked for Santa Fe. He was a musician. Joe says he came running across the highway. Says, Juan, you don't have to leave. I got you a job with the Santa Fe company. This is 1937, July the 7th, 1937.
Santa Fe Railroad.
So we didn't go to California. My brother Juan got a job, and he fed us for 2 years.
Dang.
But the reason that we didn't leave is because Hank Becker had an orchestra. He played the drums, his wife played the piano, Brother Juan played the valve trombone that hangs right up there on the other wall.
Oh, cool.
And Brother Joe played the guitar or mandolin.
Yeah.
George Edmonds, who worked for Seligman Garage, played the tenor sax. So if Juan would have left Seligman, the family, it would have broke up Hank Becker's orchestra. So music kept us in Seligman.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice. I love that. And wow, man, that you remember all the who played what instruments is pretty amazing as well. So it was very significant to you.
Hank Becker was my idol. I wanted to play the drums like he did. When they had a dance, several times I asked my parents if I could go sit on the bleachers in Seligman to listen to Hank Becker play the drums. Incidentally, I started playing the drums in 1939 when I was 12 years old. Before it was over with, we were a family of 6 musicians in the family, 6. And we played music for 80 years.
Wow.
Up and down Route 66 for money,
Yeah.
for dances, proms, weddings, whatever. From one end of the state to the other, we traveled playing for money. But we quit playing, and the last dance that we played for money as a Delgadillo orchestra was in Williams, Arizona, 1978. But we kept making music in town for whatever occasion people wanted, free. The last time that we played music, by this time, Sister Luce has, on the piano, went to Winslow, got married. Augustine, brother, older than me, went to Flagstaff, he got married. Other town musicians joined us. And the last time that we made music under the Delgadillo name was at the canopy of the Snowcap, 2019.
Wow.
Brother Joe was 99 years old. His birthday was February the 20th. He died January the 31st. But the late summer of 1919 was the last time we played there. John Dell, son of Juan Delgadillo, my oldest brother, a world famous no-cap, was on the drums. Joe was on the guitar. I was on the tenor sax. And a man by Pat Casals was on the rhythm guitar, bass guitar. So that was the last time that we played under the Delgadillo name. 80 years.
Wow. And so you were playing tenor sax 6 years ago.
I started on the drums and I fell in love with the tenor sax when my three brothers went to war. But when they came back, they found my brother Tony on the drums as a 10-year-old. I'm on the tenor sax, but Augustine played the tenor sax and Juan had me in alto. So I played the alto sax until Juan died in 2006. Joe took over the orchestra. He says it's better if you play a tenor sax, it's more volume. 80 years playing under the Delgadillo name. Sister Luz on the piano, Juan on the trombone, me on the alto sax, Augustine on the tenor sax, Brother Tony on the drums. 6 of us out of 9 of the family made music for 80 years.
Out on Route 66, the miles don't matter as much as the moments. That's something Angel Delgadillo has been protecting for decades. And here in Flagstaff, we're looking to create some of those moments during the 100-year anniversary. On April 28th from 4 to 8 p.m., downtown fills up with classic Americana cars and folks looking to experience the simple times of yesterday. Local spots, good people, and just enough food and fun to make it unforgettable. Join us on April 28th, where dozens of local businesses will be offering items for $6.60, from hot dogs and chili fries to unique Route 66 wares. We hope to see you at our Route 66 Weenie Walk, because the best parts of Route 66 are still being made.
That's astounding, because all the work that you did for historic Route 66 would probably never have happened if you guys had left.
You're right.
So music,
you're right. 66 would not exist.
No. Yeah, it wouldn't exist at all. It would just be, and think about how many towns along Route 66 would not exist without that either. And so, I'm part of what I was excited, kind of talking to you today about was just the aspect of small business. I know you've been interviewed by BBC and a lot of other big organizations, but we were wondering on the way over if you had ever been interviewed by just another small business like us. And that's like reading through your story. It was fascinating to me because I've always felt that small business breeds community. It's part of what it does, and so does music, right? Like music brings people together. It helps us through hard times. It helps us through good times too, and it literally kept you here, which made all of that happen. That's
when
that's
you
amazing.
said small business. This town died September 22nd, 1978. At about 2:30 in the afternoon, traffic stopped. They finished building the superhighway from Kingman to Ash Fork, and all the traffic went to I-40. It's unbelievable, but some of the people traveling Route 66 begin to come back into Seligman. I'm still cutting hair back then, and all the people that came in here, they all told me the same thing. These people were in their 60s or 70s. They were the sons and daughters of the 250,000 people that immigrated from the Midwestern states when it quit raining there for 5 years. Their parents used this road to go to California. 250,000 people,
Yeah.
history says. So here's what they told me. When I was a little boy, when I was a little girl, this has got to be the highway that my parents went to California. back in the Dust Bowl days.
Yeah.
I heard it once, I heard it twice, I must have heard it several hundred times. I finally asked myself, what are you people looking for? You got what you wanted, that highway where you could travel 70, 80, 90 miles an hour, whatever you get away with. What is it that you want? It finally dawned on me. They were looking for America of yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah. A piece
Now,
of the past.
the modern way of life today is not all beautiful. I don't care who says what. It's not the very best of our lives. Some of it is very good, and some of it is no good at all. These people that got back on the superhighway, they didn't see nothing there. And who did they do business with? The big conglomerate businessman.
Yep.
And with a big conglomerate businessman, you are no longer a human being. You're a piece of paper. Number 68, your hamburger's done. The small business is what America is really all about.
Yeah.
And this is what these people were looking for. They got what they wanted, but you don't know what you have until you lose it.
Right. Right.
So there's where I got the idea of how to bring the economy back to Seligman, because the town stayed dead for 10 long years. You do not know what it is to be used, abused, kicked to one side, and forgotten.
Because there was nobody helping you with that. You know, I mean, during that period, you weren't getting government assistance for
talked
trying
about
to start
it
this.
for years to the people that came and got haircuts, to the Chamber of Commerce. No one listened. I want to tell you, I received a very good education those 10 long years about your neighbor could care less about you. When I finally realized that, I quit asking people what you think. It's what I think that counts.
Yeah.
That's when I finally called that now famous meeting for February the 18th, 1987, at 1 o'clock here in Seligman. 15 people showed up. We formed the historic Route 66 Association of Arizona. We began to have meetings immediately in every community all the way to the Arizona-California border. Immediately we had the backing of the people. I told them of my simple idea. We asked the state to make Route 66 historic from Seligman to Kingman, but the big wigs in Phoenix,
They didn't think it was going to work.
but you know what?
But you knew it was going to work.
Those big wigs in Phoenix didn't know who they were up against. Here's who they were up against. Like I said, I grew up with 3 older brothers, 3 older sisters, 2 younger brothers. Back then, things were so tough. Our parents told us, raised us, not to give up. Try again. We had to work together. We had to be united. If any one of the family went and made 50 cents, it was for the family.
Yeah.
We were taught to be respectful. We were taught to be honest. But quit your whimpering, quit your crying, and try again. So out of the
resilient.
Out of the 15 people that came to the meeting, 5 of us, including my brother Juan, we were the nucleus of the association. And when the big wigs in Phoenix ignored us, it didn't faze us because we did not know nothing about giving up. We stayed on them, stayed on them, stayed on them. And finally, they couldn't take it any longer, I guess. They finally acknowledged us. October of 1987, they finally made Route 6 historic all the way from the exit 139, Crookton, all the way to the Arizona-California border. They made it historic.
It was awesome.
We the people in America, I have learned most of us don't put value in our beautiful country. We take it for granted.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. But the rest of the world, it seems like they understood it back then better than the people in America. But finally, the people in America, journalists, one thing or another, they finally woke up. And in so doing, what we the people have done in America and the world is just simply incredible. To fight the government and win is a no-no. It's incredible. Yeah. It's not real. But we the people did it. And why were we able to do it? Because in America, we have the right to choose how we want to spend our time and or our money, and no one can stop you.
That's right.
And this is what the rest of the world and parts of America are so grateful for, so thankful for, that we have saved a little bit of America of yesterday. It's incredible. If you could have lived in my shoes just for one day, and witness the people coming in, smiling from ear to ear, I want to shake your hand. For people, men with tears in their eyes, so thankful. Women, same way, hugging me, kissing me, so grateful, so appreciative. It's hard to digest.
You started a movement.
A movement that went worldwide, that has gone worldwide.
And will continue to.
Before John Lasseter interviewed me, we saw nothing but grown-ups. John Lasseter did the animated movie Cars.
Yeah.
After he did that, we began to see young married couples with children. And today, I see it every day. Mother or father pushing a little baby carriage with a baby on their arms. What the hell are you doing in Seligman with a tiny baby? Stay home. They got off I-40 to come to Seligman. We need a slower way of life.
Mm-hmm. Keep it simple.
For 30-some years, people have been getting off the freeway and to come to Seligman. You don't know it. They'll lay on the highway to take pictures. They jump up and down on the highway. They take pictures and pictures and pictures and pictures. Even after it's dark, people are still walking the streets, taking pictures, standing there and looking at that building like that building. It isn't like the buildings in the cities.
No.
America is a community. Seligman is a community of America of yesterday.
Yeah.
Hardly nothing has changed here. I served my apprenticeship in Williams, Arizona. Williams still looks like Williams. Flagstaff quite a bit also. But the big conglomerate cities, people can't get out fast enough to travel on a slower highway.
That's what we need.
They can really relax.
Yeah.
All right, totally serious question. What is the most unhinged hot dog you would serve on Route 66? No rules, no judgment, just chaos. what's coming up in that creative mind of yours. Oh, and bonus points if you pair it with one of our Drinking Horn meads. Call in and leave us a voicemail with your answer. Leave it at speakpipe.com/drinkinghorn. That's speakpipe, speakpipe.com/drinkinghorn. And we'll play some of the best ones on a future show. And if we're brave enough, we might actually serve it at the Weenie Walk. Oh boy. Oh, back to the show.
Just a rebel soul. There's open roads where she feels whole.
So speaking of the 2026 centennial, super exciting. We've been learning all about some of the plans that you guys are putting together for it.
Quite the party.
Yeah, quite the party, which I'm sure being a musician for 80 years, you've seen a lot of parties, a lot of nights, been a part of that. But is there anything specific about next year's celebration that you're really looking forward to, like one special part about that?
Here we go again. We will be doing something for the people.
For the people.
It's not about us. What my daughter Myrna is helping to put together for the celebration, it'll be for the people.
Nice.
And they're going to be coming from everywhere.
Yeah.
Has America heard of a celebration like this? Because of Route 66? No. The big cities, they can have immense celebration, and it's beautiful. But this celebration will be so special, so very special.
It's going to be the kind of celebration that you only get once in 100 years.
Yeah.
We're going to have to make sure that we have vendors that sell food, because our 3 restaurants won't be able to handle it.
Right.
So we have to get ready in every respect, because they're coming. Seligman is the only town that is known as being the little town where Route 66 got its historic rebirth, and people have read about it and heard about it and seen it on TV, and so here they come.
Here they come.
Naturally, they're going to celebrate from Chicago to Santa Monica, not just here.
Right.
But they're going to be coming.
That's one heck of a party right there.
I love it. I love that. I kind of almost got goosebumps a little bit. I've been like getting a little excited about next year's celebration, but the way you just spoke of it, I kind of got a little warm feeling yeah, it kind of overwhelmed me a little bit right there, thinking that Seligman is, like you said, the celebrations will be from Chicago all the way to California, but Seligman is the foundational cornerstone of that. So I don't know. I just got a little overwhelmed thinking of all the people that are going to be making the trip out here, and oh my gosh, what a beautiful, beautiful thing to be a part of. And I just hope me and Evan can make our way through the town to even get here. It's going to be such a celebration.
Honest to golly.
We might get stuck out here for the full 4 days.
Yeah.
My daughter Myrna is talking about getting several orchestras to play music here,
Yeah.
to play music of the big band era,
Cool.
the Glenn Miller, not the music of today.
No, yeah.
We're celebrating 100 years of America, music of back then.
Some roaring 20s music.
The Roaring 20 music, yes. And unbeknownst to you, the money is beginning to flow from different organizations, from different towns, to help us pay for the celebration.
Yeah, and
awesome.
Yeah, everyone wants to be a part of it. It's so special that everyone wants to be a part of it. Well, looking at the celebration next year too, I was very interested in the fun run. So could you talk a little bit about the history of the fun run and what you're looking forward to this year?
When the state finally told us, they got our attention, the Historic Route 66 Association we were in a bind. How do we tell the world that Route 66 is not dead, that it is back? At our meetings, we finally decided the fun run. The fun run starts in Seligman and ends at the Arizona-California border on Sunday. For the first fun run, we fed 600 people at the old gym, and we had to turn people away. There were no more chairs. The principal then he knew how to put things together. He ran out of chairs. He had to go to Ash Fork and borrow some chairs. The Delgadillo Orchestra made money there. We invited Bobby Troop, the man who wrote Get Your Kicks on Route 66.
Oh, wow.
We invited the governor then. Her name was Rose Mofford.
Nice.
Wow. The next day, this was Friday. The next day, the Delgadillos again made music on a trailer. We registered 153 car owners.
Wow.
How did they find out about this? 153 car owners. We were going to turn them loose at 10 o'clock. Jerry Richard from Kingman happened to be the treasurer for the association. Dave Weston was the secretary. Super dynamic people. So I'm standing right there in front of the building, and here comes Jerry Richard. Angel. Some tourists then asked me, is this going to be an annual event? Jerry, what did you say? He said, I said yes. Jerry, the same thing people ask me. He says, what did you say? I said yes. It became an annual event.
That's awesome.
An annual event. Phoenix can have a car show, a whole bunch of cars. They sit there. They don't go anywhere. Here, they go all the way from here to the Arizona-California border. In the last few years, we had to cut how many cars we could register because we just can't handle that many more.
Yeah.
We had to cut it at, I believe, at 850 car owners. By 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock here in Seligman, there's about 2,000 people that don't live here. But the motels are already signed up from 1 year to the next.
That probably takes up almost every parking spot in town.
So that's the fun run.
And I heard you may or may not still wave the flag. You start it
I
every
still
year?
go out there and tell them, get out of here. We want Seligman back like it. We like it. Go.
It was a good party, but I needed to calm down
The
now.
party's over. Leave us alone.
Take it west. Continue on 66.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's
They're-
excellent.
These people are also thankful. Gosh, they go by waving, and what we the people have done for people is immense. It is incredible, and it is a lesson for the rest of the world to understand. If you want to do it, go do it.
Don't let anybody tell you no.
Don't let anyone tell you no. If I had kept listening to the people, it would have never happened. So here we are, alive and well.
And it really did. Like I said earlier, you started a whole movement that's going to continue on as long as there's pavement on this road out there right now. I mean, I grew up seeing historic Route 66. I grew up in Albuquerque. And so like I saw, historic Route 66 this and historic Route 66 that. I actually never knew it any other way than the historic Route 66 that you created. That's amazing.
Neon in the night fills up the tank under starry light. Desert breeze, she's chasing the sun.
Thinking about road trips in Route 66, I was wondering about all the other stops that could be made along that route, or not even on Route 66, maybe someplace in your town. So, what's a must stop if we're driving through your town? What's that one place we have to visit? Let us know at speakpipe.com/drinkinghorn. Again, speakpipe, speakpipe.com/drinkinghorn. You can leave it as a voicemail. No apps to download, nothing to do. You just hit a button, record, and let us know again where we got to stop when we're in your town. All right, back to the episode.
She stops at a diner, chrome and red, sips on
What you guys are doing right now, believe me, it's not about me. It's for the people.
It is.
It's not for me. It's for the people. Anytime I get interviewed, I'm happy because more people will hear about it, and it's good for the rest of us. Perhaps not today, but tomorrow or day after tomorrow. But it's good for the people. And here we go again. In our beautiful country, we can do things that don't cost a dime. We do it for the love of it, for the people, and I think that more people are waking up to this fact.
I agree.
Quit your wimping, quit your crying, and try again.
Yeah. Dust yourself off, get back up. It's not about how many times you fall.
In short, well, I didn't read it, I didn't see it on TV, I lived it right here. When I was still barbering, father's mother sat right there. This wasn't there and that wasn't there. With her grandchildren or children. I have sat with my grandchildren and I have seen the animated movie Cars 10 times.
I bet at least.
So the young generation is learning about Route 66, about history. And they don't have to go to college to learn it or in school.
No.
They learn it at home.
Yeah.
This is very important to me. What I have learned in this building here is you don't learn it in any university in the world.
Well, I think if you were trying to do what you did, but were only doing it for yourself, you might not have made it happen the way it did. But you did this all with community in mind.
I did it because we were hurting so much to make a living. That's the way I started all. But very soon I realized the people love it. The people are so thankful. The people are so generous that it became a project of the people, by the people, and for the people.
I love it.
Believe me, that's beautiful.
Yeah. What a great thing to experience something that you thought was mostly for yourself to grow and blossom into something for everybody.
The first 200 or 300 interviews were all about me. Oh, wow. But then I began to see the people's faces and their smiles and the people with tears in their eyes, so thankful. I finally found you, and on and on and on and on. Then I realized it's about the people.
I love that. I don't know how much Kelly has told you about our mead hall in downtown in Flagstaff, but the original like Norse idea of a mead hall was that it was a community center, kind of like probably a lot like your barbershop and pool hall were, where it's a place where people come in, they do business, they live life, they do business transactions, they get married, they have funerals, we have baby showers, and we wanted to create that kind of a community space in Flagstaff where people can just come in and live and be part of something bigger than just themselves.
But it will take people.
It does.
You can't depend on the government of Flagstaff. It will be people like you guys, word by word, here or there, a movement here and a movement there, and finally getting enough people to go with you. My only son that we have asked me several years ago to write a book I says, no, I don't want to write a book. Oh, you should, Dad. You're an inspiration. He went on and on and on. So I wrote a book of my life, and my whole life has been about fighting for the town. I'm not going to tell you because it would take 2 or 3 days. The book will be published pretty soon. Buy the book, and you will understand that I spent my life doing something for Seligman, which affected northern Arizona, which affected the state of Arizona.
Yeah. Well, it's such an amazing story that I think is, obviously going to continue to go and continue to grow. And with next year's centennial, I've heard that you've been creating some things over the last couple of years to sell to help support this celebration. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, we want to help promote these puppies.
Yeah, we want to tell people about them.
My wife and I raised one beautiful son and 3 beautiful daughters. My wife was raised in Mexico, born in Mexico, during tough times, just like I was. We've been married 66 years. So we became like one because we were raised the same way, no problems. So when I finally retired from cutting hair for 75 years, my son must have got worried as to how I was going to kill the day. We rented the house where I was born for a year or two, and the person that lived there left the birdhouse there. So I took it home. Angel saw it when he come to visit, one from San Diego. He hung it up. Says, Dad, why don't you make birdhouses? What do you mean make birdhouses? I don't want to make birdhouses. I will be finishing birdhouse number 307 in a couple of weeks.
Wow.
So some people in town wanted to put signs over the highway telling about Route 66. The state won't let us, so we're going to put signs on each inner town on the side of the highway. Big old 27 feet high signs that will say Seligman, birthplace of historic Route 66, on and on. So
After everything that you've done, and they still won't let you put up some stuff on the bridges? Come on!
it goes on and on.
Oh, you're still fighting those.
So to make a long story short, Myrna decided to sell them for $100.66.
I like it.
So the first ones that we sold brought in $20,000. We donated those $20,000 to help and buy those signs up.
That's awesome.
$20,000. The rest of the
That's a lot of birdhouses.
birdhouses that I have at the house, whatever, we're going to use that money, Myrna says, for the celebration, to pay for the celebration of the 100-year celebration.
That is cool.
You're still doing it. To this day, you're still creating amazing memories for people and supporting the people. I am blown away by
And still fighting.
And most of these birdhouses are made with lumber 100 years old.
That's cool.
My father's parents had a restaurant on Old Route 66 back in 1922. My parents came to America in 1917 to Seligman. His parents already had the restaurant, and I can show you a picture where my brother Juan, my dad, and I were on the roof tearing down that building,
Cool.
and we saved all that lumber. So a lot of the birdhouses
Yeah.
are lumber of 100 years old.
That's amazing.
The only thing I have bought to put it together are the screws
Nice.
Really?
and the varnish.
That's awesome.
Everything else I have.
So this is probably wood that came. This is probably wood that came west on the railroad around that time, right?
That's awesome.
The horseshoes are from a ranch here in Seligman. 4 generations have managed that ranch.
Oh, that's special. We're gonna need to grab.
So
one of those.
everything is
Yeah.
old.
So a lot of the wood that came on the trains in the early 19 teens, 1910 to 1925, a lot of it was maple and oak from Tennessee, and so it's actually the same. The floor in our mead hall is 100-year-old maple and oak from Tennessee, and this wood that looks very much like it. So I'm taking one home today.
Excellent.
Incredible.
Yeah, it's
My life is
a lot of fun, a lot of passion, and we definitely appreciate all the passion that you and your family have done. I know it was a whole family effort,
Yes.
with a lot of it, and
Yes.
a lot of passion and pride that's still going today. So yeah,
The whole country should appreciate
the
it.
whole country, yeah, for sure, and we hope that a big amount of the whole country ends up making their way here next year on April 30th and celebrate something super special. Oh,
You think Seligman can hold 2 million people?
yeah. Well, I just want to say thank you so much for letting us chat with you, and we're gonna spread the word about your story and mostly about what you feel is the important part about community and doing what you believe and what you believe in. So I think that's what I'm taking away from this is to go after it, and you can sit there and wait for others to help you or to come up with the decisions, but it's not until you put that first foot forward that you can make literal magic happen.
And I have finally learned that this is what is good for the people.
Yep.
I love it.
Needed, much needed, especially now.
Yeah, changed. You have made such an impact on so many people's lives that may not even realize that you have made an impact on their lives. That's
Thank you.
awesome.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Well, yeah. So yeah,
Here's,
raising the
here's
glass
here's to us.
to us, to you,
We the people.
to the people,
community.
to the people of the community. Yeah. Well, thanks again, and hopefully everyone listening to this knows a little bit more about the story and digs deeper into the story. And come on out to Seligman anytime, but especially on April 30th to celebrate the 2026 100-year anniversary of historic Route 66. It really is a part of Americana. It's a part of our history, and it will continue to be a part of our history thanks to Angel and your family. And so, yeah, thank you so much again for joining us.
Thank you. Beautiful.
Thanks for spending some time with us and being part of the story of historic Route 66. And a huge thank you to Angel Delgadillo for sharing his time, his stories, and everything he's done to keep Route 66 alive. If this episode meant something to you, send it to someone who loves the road as much as you do. It really helps us grow and keep telling these stories. And if you find yourself in Flagstaff, come hang out with us at the Mead Hall, and you have to join us on April 28th from 4 to 8 p.m. for the Weenie Walk in downtown Flagstaff. Good people, great stops, and one more way to help keep Route 66 alive.